Welcome everyone. I briefly want to introduce my new module called Acified, and I would describe it as a stochastic melody generator, as it uses a lot of random sequences in the background, but on top of these random sequences you have a lot of parameters available how you further shape this melody. So on the left hand you have the section that controls actually the nodes that are involved. You have 4 nodes available, and each node has a couple of parameters that allows you to shape exactly that particular node. And then to the right hand you have more the global parameters that further control more the sound of this bassline that is generated on the left. So let's go through it. We use an external clock here to start the thing, and then if we increase here the probability of notes being played of the first channel here, then we get a 16-step sequence by default that is repetitive, as you can hear. We can increase the number of played steps. If we open it fully, then every step is triggered. If we don't like the sequence, we can make a reseed. Now the steps are again randomly selected. Then we can set the octave range. Now it can stay within 1 octave, but we can set it also to allow it to go 1 octave down or 1 octave up, or both. Then we have a priority parameter that comes in if we now add a second note, for example. The priority decides which of the 2 or which of the notes that are currently involved will make it to the audio path. In case at one particular step both notes are triggered. So at the moment this channel is set to a priority of 3. This has a priority of 2. So in case both are triggered, that one has a preference over that one. We can change this. So we have lowered the priority. And now that one becomes more audible. Now we have increased the priority again. Then we can rotate each of the sequences. Or we can change the length of each sequence played from 16 to whatever we like. So then easily you run into polyrhythmic territory, which is an easy way to get variations. So let's bring the other 2 channels as well. Then on the right side we have a control for ties. Again, we can control how many ties of our 16-step sequence should be played. Now it becomes much more acid-like immediately. If we don't like which notes are played as ties, we can make a reseed. immediately you change the character of your sequence. We can control the gate length from 10% duty cycle to 90% and even to ties always being played, like we never close the envelope as long as steps are triggered successively. And we have slides here. We can control how many notes should be played as tides. We can control the slide rate, make it slow or faster. We can reseat the slides as well. And we have accents to control the number of accents in your sequence with a level here that controls how strong the accent should be played. The accent actually opens the filter. So from 0, no accent. We have here a filter with cutoff frequency and resonance. We have a delay here. You can set the feedback to very, or to infinity actually. So if the filter is closed, you don't hear any sound. If we set the feedback to infinity, I can close the filter. And things like that. We can control the filter also with external CV here. So now this sequence is added to the cutoff position here as an offset. If we set the gate length to ties, you'll still hear the influences of slides and accents. And then we have a reverb here. We can control the color. We can make it darker a bit. Or brighter. And in addition to the internal audio output, we also have output checks for pitch, CV and accents to run any external gear that we like. And maybe we can change this here to something else. Then to get variations, as I said, you can, for example, set one of the voices here to a shorter sequence length. Or additionally, we can, instead of keeping the priorities of these voices fixed, we can set them also to random. So that means that every step, the priority of that node is set randomly. Of course, we have this possibility for each voice. And then we have here 3 switches that can do the following. If we, for example, generate an 8-step sequence, you can hear the effect best. Then this sequence is fully repetitive, as you can hear, but we can, with these switches, control for ties, slides and accents that they follow their own 16-step sequence again. And instead, if you put the switch down, the length of the sequence that control these follows the length of the sequence of voice 1. So that for now it's repetitive because all switches are set down. Now you can hear that the accents do not play an 8-step sequence, but they follow a 16-step sequence. You can do the same for the others. So even though you play an 8-step sequence with your notes, you get nice variations of the character. Then we have a square wave output and a saw wave. Then we can also save our sequences. Imagine we have created something pleasant that we like. Like this. Then we can choose one of 4 preset slots, make a long press on this button. We get a feedback that this has been saved now. And if we now change our sequence, then we can always go back to our original sequence by just pressing this button. We also have a check here, that is a trigger input, that on an incoming trigger you can load the presets. And it's not only a trigger, but the strength of this trigger is evaluated. So if your trigger has a voltage between 1 and 3 volt, always the preset will be loaded as is selected here by this knob. If your signal is has a strength between 3 and 5 volts, you will always load preset 1, between 5 and 7 volts, preset 2, between 7 and 9 volts, preset 3, and above 9 volts you will load preset 4. So that allows you to change the sequences on the fly without using your hands. So we can actually load sequence 2, for example. All parameters of a sequence are being saved, except for the very rightmost column here, that are, so to say, the effects and the filter, because that enables you, when you change a preset, that you still keep the sound of your output. That makes it more smoothly to transit to other sequences. Now, as you have so many parameters here and knobs, it's challenging now to deal with the inconsistency with your melody that is being loaded and the position of the actual knob. So I put in here 2 possibilities. One is that you have instantaneous changes of the values once you turn a knob. like this, but sometimes this is not preferable. So, for example, if we load this sequence again, you can here press two buttons that now change the mode of the parameters to the pickup mode, which means that if you now change a parameter, if that parameter is not at its position that has been saved in the preset, all four LEDs are being lit, indicating you that now the parameter that you are moving has no effect unless you pick up the, now I got it, the original value that is saved. Now I'm able to change this value. Speaking of these parameters, the randomness only comes in via these seed buttons here, where you can control how the notes and the ties, slides and accents are distributed. All other parameters that are controlled by the knobs and the switches are reversible. That means whenever you change a button and set it back to its original value, the result is the same. Then overall, I have here one knob per function philosophy put in, because you cannot keep the values of the parameters in your mind. That's way too many of them. And so here you can immediately see how your parameters are set. And all parameters are actually very easy to understand, yet you have so many of them that it enables you to build rather complex melodies very easily. Then you may have noticed that we don't have a reset possibility here. Actually, I built in an automatic reset, so once we stop the sequence, after 2 seconds, all sequencers are being reset, and that's indicated here by the output LED being permanently lit. So if you start, always the sequence starts at step 1.